Right. Did you know this? This number is very high. Americans waste about 40% of our food every single day, and a lot of that food ends up in landfills, creating harmful greenhouse gases. But as we gather to give thanks this year, there are ways to help keep perfectly good food out of the trash and on the tables of those who need it most. Thanksgiving. It's a time of togetherness, gratitude, and feasting. But before you dig out Grandma's casserole recipe, chew on this. Every year during Thanksgiving week, Americans throw out 200 million pounds of turkey.
That wastes not just the turkey, which ends up in the landfill, but it also wastes all the resources that go into producing that turkey.
Rebecca Riley is the managing director for food and agriculture at the nonprofit environmental group NRDC. She says about 1 out of every 8 Americans faces food insecurity. Think about them as you prepare for your Thanksgiving meal.
So the first and most important thing to do is make a plan for your meal.
The NRDC has a handy online tool called the Guestimator.
So it will help you figure out what size of a turkey do I need to buy, how many side dishes, how large should they be. And if you plan your meal in a way that's aligned with the number of guests you have, it'll be much easier to avoid that food waste.
It even helps you create a plan for all of those leftovers.
Leftovers are great, and leftovers are a lot of people's, including my favorite part of Thanksgiving, and so it's just about making sure that you eat those leftovers.
Riley also recommends letting your guests serve themselves.
Because if people serve themselves, they're more likely to take the food that they're likely to eat. Food scraps are a great thing to think about. You can throw them in your freezer for vegetable scraps and make a stock. You can also compost them.
If you are a first-time composter, the holiday is a fine time to start.
Well, you absolutely can try it out on Thanksgiving if you have a drop-off site nearby.
The city of Chicago alone has 20 free food scrap drop-off sites. And if saving the planet isn't enough to convince you to reduce your food waste, perhaps more money in your wallet will.
The average family of 4 wastes about $1,800 a year on wasted food that we throw out.
That sounds about right.
I believe that.
Yeah.
How many times do you think, oh, these leftovers, yeah, I'll have, and then you forget about them. You know?
And they go bad.
But we're certainly wishing everyone a less wasteful and fruitful Thanksgiving this year. By the way, you can find a link to the NRDC's Guestimator. It's a really cool website. It's on our website.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.